Welcome back to our channel, where we update the shocking secrets, shocking details and unexpected shocks of the TV series Beyond the Gates. Don't take your eyes off the screen because today's story will shock you with hidden truths. Intertwined relationships and fierce betrayals hidden deep within each character that you thought you knew well. Be prepared, because what is about to be revealed will shock everyone. It all started when Dani, one of the central characters of the story, suddenly received bad news that shook her whole life. While life seemed to be gradually returning to orbit after a series of events, Dani was stunned when she discovered that Vernon, the person she trusted completely, the person who accompanied her throughout the darkest times, was being investigated for being directly involved in Martin's mysterious death. Martin's death was already shrouded in suspicion. But no one expected that Vernon, who always had an upright image, would be caught up in that spiral of guilt. Dani was deeply shocked when the investigating agencies publicly released a series of evidence, data, and witnesses, causing all the spears to point at Vernon. The media exploded with sensational news. The newspapers were filled with shocking headlines about Vernon being the key figure in the murder case that shook the city. From a friend, a spiritual support, Vernon now became the #1 suspect, shocking the whole community and completely collapsing Dani. Dani could not sit still when Vernon's honor was tarnished. But the more she delved into finding out the truth, the more shocked she was when she discovered that things were worse than she thought. The undeniable evidence showed that Vernon was present at the scene the night Martin died. Security camera footage, witness testimony, and even communications records all point to Vernon having a tense confrontation with Martin before the tragedy. But it doesn't stop there. As Dani digs deeper, she discovers that Martin wasn't simply a murder victim. But behind his death was a whole underground network of schemes, betrayals, and illegal deals that could sink the careers of the most powerful people. Martin holds terrifying secrets, enough to destroy the careers of major corporations, top politicians, and even notorious criminal gangs. And his sudden death was no accident. Vernon, according to investigative documents, had an underground relationship with Martin, involving shady contracts and illegal deals. This shocked public opinion, because no one could have expected that Vernon, who always appeared with a dignified and courageous appearance, would be involved in such dirty affairs. The more Dani investigated, the more she was drawn into the maze of truth, where dark patches overlapped, and familiar faces turned out to be wearing fake masks. Not only that, Dani was also pushed into a dangerous situation when the people behind Martin's death began to target her. Anonymous threatening messages, night surveillance, shadows silently appearing around her residence, all were warnings that she had touched the forbidden zone. Her life was now more fragile than ever, but Dani understood that she could not turn back, because if she stopped, not only she but also Vernon would be crushed under the wheels of the underground forces. The secret continued to be revealed layer by layer. Dani discovers that Martin had a hard drive containing a series of top-secret documents before his death, which contains evidence of a transnational money laundering conspiracy involving criminal organizations, corrupt politicians, and even people who were close to her. Vernon is not caught up in it by chance, but because he is the key link, the one who holds the key to decoding the entire dirty chain. While everything is still in chaos, new clues appear that continue to push things to a climax. A video is revealed showing a fierce argument between Vernon and Martin right before the tragedy happened. In the video, Vernon appears with cold eyes, a threatening voice, while Martin is terrified, his hands shaking, constantly retreating. That image caused a stir in public opinion, and the media immediately fabricated a series of horrifying scenarios about Vernon being the murderer, the one who killed Martin to cover up the clues. Dani felt like she was in hell when those who were close to her turned their backs on her one by one, and contemptuous looks and vicious gossip surrounded her. Even Vernon's family was caught in a terrible spiral of suspicion, fear, and shame. But deep down, Dani still believed that the truth was never as simple as what the media exposed. She decides to rush into the dangerous area alone, tracking down every link, every suspicious character related to Martin and Vernon. Secret meetings, dangerous break-ins, stolen top-secret files. All lead her to a shocking name. The person behind it all is none other than a powerful figure, the one manipulating everything from the shadows. The person that both Dani and Vernon once considered an ally. The truth is revealed, making everything more complicated than ever. Vernon actually discovered the plot all along and tried to warn Martin, but things got out of control. Martin was killed to silence him. And Vernon was pushed into an elaborate trap to make him the perfect scapegoat for the whole thing. Dani has no choice but to go public with everything. She releases the evidence that she risked her life to obtain, exposing those who had been hiding behind the name of kindness. But the price to pay for the truth is too high. Vernon is imprisoned. His image is tarnished, his reputation is destroyed, and Dani herself becomes the target of those who want to suppress the truth forever. However, Dani still perseveres. Because she knows that the truth will always be the torch that lights up the darkness, no matter what the cost. The fight to regain justice for Martin, for Vernon, and for herself has only just begun. And the darkest secrets are still waiting to be exposed. If you find this story too shocking, too breathtaking, and want to know what happens next, don't forget to click the follow button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any developments. Be prepared, because the next shocks are much more terrifying.